It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is a long-running sitcom on FX that follows some of the most morally reprehensible characters ever put on screen as they scheme to make money, get drugs, or have sex. The characters are all terrible people and are portrayed as such. It's basically millennial Seinfeld on cable. How I Met Your Mother was a long-running sitcom on CBS that also followed some of the most morally reprehensible characters ever put on screen. The characters are all terrible people, but they're not portrayed as such, which makes it millennial Friends. Now, one thing I want to make clear is that when I mention a show's morality, I don't mean the morality of the characters on a particular show. I'm more talking about the moral lens that the show itself looks through, which is usually constructed by how characters react to each other. The best way to analyze the morality of Always Sunny and How I Met Your Mother is to look at how other characters and the god-awful laugh track react to the most morally reprehensible people on those shows. Those are Dennis and Barney, who are morally reprehensible mainly because of their treatment of women. Barney, of course, has an entire book on the different ways he gets women. Most of those strategies involve obscuring his identity, and all of them are pretty creepy.
To perform the Lorenzo von Matterhorn, here's what you'll need. Basic knowledge of website design and a very unique fake name. So, think of your fake name right now. Have you got it? Good. Now, select your target. Preferably a girl with a real nice phone. Yeah, it's me.
Do I know you?
I'm Lorenzo von Matterhorn.
Are you, like, famous or something?
Yes. You really don't know who I am, do you? What a refreshing change of pace. Nice to meet you.
Shelley.
Shelley. Once again, I'm Lorenzo von Matterhorn. Spelled like it sounds, 2 T's. Lorenzo von Matterhorn. Ciao.
On Always Sunny, Dennis's strategies are less in quantity, but have similar level of creepiness and moral repugnancy.
Oh man, we gotta pop by the department store, pick up the mattress, and I wanna get a nice one too, you know what I'm saying?
The what? The mattress? What do we need a mattress for?
What do you mean, what do we need a mattress for? Why in the hell do you think we just spent all that money on a boat? The whole purpose of buying the boat in the first place was to get the ladies nice and tipsy topside so we can take them to a nice, comfortable place below deck and, you know, they can't refuse because of the implication.
Now, I'll admit I'm not a total moral or legal authority on anything, but in Barney's case, much of what he does constitutes what is legally called rape by fraud or rape by deception. The most explicit version of one of those laws is outlined in the Tennessee Penal Code, which includes a provision stating that sex accompanied by fraud is considered rape.
Then, as soon as you're gone, she gets out her phone and does an internet search for Lorenzo von Matterhorn. And that's when she discovers a series of fake websites, all devoted to the incredible life of Lorenzo von Matterhorn. There's the fake business article about Lorenzo, the reclusive billionaire, the fake Explorers Club newsletter describing his balloon trek to the North Pole as a feat of pure daring and imagination, the fake medical journal featuring the heartbreaking story of doctors telling him penis reduction surgery isn't an option. And by the time you get back, hi, Shelley, I hate to be forward, but can I buy you a cup of coffee?
Yes.
And yes, creating a fake name, website, and news stories does legally constitute fraud. On this map, the states in red indicate states that strictly prohibit rape by fraud, and those in blue have sort of ambiguous legal positions. Since the show takes place in New York, let's take a closer look at what their penal code says. It wouldn't be a stretch to argue that fraud would be a circumstance where such lack of consent is by reason of some factor other than incapacity, given the amount of states that already legally state that fraud implies lack of consent. The argument makes sense. If the person you're about to sleep with thinks you're someone else, then they're not consenting to you, they're consenting to the person you're pretending to be. So every time Barney does something like this,
I'm the bass player for Cheap Trick.
it's both morally and legally sexual assault. Dennis is in a much more cut and dry situation. He clearly uses an implied threat of violence to sleep with women.
Well, dude, think about it. She's out in the middle of nowhere with some dude she barely knows. You know, she looks around her, what does she see? Nothing but open ocean. There's nowhere for me to run. What am I gonna do, say no?
That's exactly what the implication is, so Dennis easily fits this definition. But now that each character has been firmly established as morally repugnant, let's take a look at how each show treats those characters and their actions. In response to Dennis's extremely creepy and illegal schemes, characters say things like this.
Okay, that seems really dark.
No, it's not dark. You're misunderstanding me, bro.
I think I am.
Yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Now, you've said that word implication a couple of times. What implication?
The implication that things might go wrong for her if she refuses to sleep with me. Now, not that things are gonna go wrong for her, but she's thinking that they will.
But it sounds like she doesn't want to have sex
Why aren't you
with
understanding this?
I don't...
She does.
The Always Sunny characters are a group of semi-literate, morally bankrupt friends who can barely run a bar, and they see how terrible Dennis is.
Oh, for Christ's sake, you're a complete sociopath!
This is less true of Barney's well-educated, high-status New York friends. They react to Barney's schemes in a much different way.
And you're a pre-op transsexual nightclub singer who used to be a member of the Russian mob?
Duh.
And yeah, by a different way, I mean Ted so wholeheartedly endorses Barney's behavior, he participates in it himself. You can really tell the show in no way condemns Barney because of the laugh track. Every time he manipulates a woman into sleeping with him, the show tells you to laugh. That's not condemning, it's co-signing. This can be extended to how characters react to the women Barney and Dennis sleep with. On Always Sunny, even Max seems a bit concerned for their safety.
But it sounds like she doesn't want to have sex
Why aren't you
with
understanding this?
I don't...
She doesn't know whether she wants to have sex with me. It's that
She doesn't
That's not
know?
the issue.
Are you gonna hurt women?
I'm not gonna hurt these women.
Okay.
Why would I ever hurt these women?
I don't
I
know.
feel like you're not getting this at all.
I'm not getting it.
God damn. Well, don't you look at me like that. You certainly wouldn't be in any danger.
So they are in danger.
No one's in any danger. How can I make that any more clear to you? Okay, it's an implication of danger.
As does Dee.
Oh, good.
Are you kidding me? You are not winning their hearts, you're torturing them.
Both reactions are framed so that Dennis is the butt of the joke for his pathetic, dangerous behavior. And that's the real heart of the issue, because the opposite is true on How I Met Your Mother. Usually characters ask how a woman could be stupid enough to fall for Barney's tricks, or how her self-esteem could be so low that she chooses to sleep with him anyway. On that show, the woman is ridiculed as the butt of the joke despite Barney's behavior. Always Sunny makes Dennis out to be a pathetic sexual predator who should be ridiculed. How I Met Your Mother makes Barney out to be a hero.
Hi, you see that guy over there in the scuba suit? You thinking of going and talking to him?
No.
Good. He's seriously the biggest jerk on the face of the earth.
How do you know him?
Oh, he's one of my best friends.
Now, I know both of these shows are sitcoms and that How I Met Your Mother specifically is only meant to be surface-level entertainment, but I think those are both reasons this video was worth making. For one, it's interesting that one of the most offensive shows of all time found the most ethical way to tell a rape joke. It's equally interesting that the show, known for being inaccessible and offensive, actually has a stronger moral backbone than a somewhat wholesome smash hit. Juxtaposing Always Sunny with basic surface-level sitcoms makes me appreciate the sneaky, intelligent writing even more. And yes, I understand that examining the morality of a shallow sitcom like How I Met Your Mother might seem kind of pretentious to some people, but the show did take this moral position and was watched by almost 10 million people a week. So what's the implication?
As always, thank you so much for watching, everyone. And a special thanks to people donating over at Patreon. If you want to really help the channel out, there's a link in the description. But if not, all those likes and subscriptions are appreciated. I'll see you guys next time.